everyone, welcome to Poly Live. If you haven't watched before, Poly Live is a live web show where you can participate and send in your questions about resources around campus. Right now we are live from your residence hall, and I have some of my wowies in the audience, so if I can't stop smiling, that's probably why.
My name is Kylie Mulcair.
And I'm Noni Okoye.
Alrighty, so Noni, let's put ourselves in a new student's shoes.
Okay.
Let's think back to our first year on campus. How did you get around town, around getting downtown slow? How'd that work for you?
Well, I didn't have a car until last year, my fourth year, so I don't even have to go back that far. I definitely took the bus. I definitely use slow transit a lot because it's free with your ID card, so why not just swipe it, go on the bus, and you can go anywhere in slow. And then if you want to go a little bit further, there's the Regional Transit Authority.
Yeah.
And then you can pay, I think it's $1.25, and you're able to go to like Pismo or all of those different areas if you need to.
And when I was a freshman, my residence hall, Sequoia, was right outside, or right next to the bus stop, so not only did I hear the bus going to and from all day long, but I also did take the bus a lot downtown too, or got rides from friends, but that's a little more work, so the bus was definitely the way to go for me.
I loved it, but there's a lot of different resources around campus. You can just walk, you can use your bike, you can connect with other people and use their cars. That's the great way to do it. But we're gonna have our guest come on up from Commuter Services, so she'll talk a little bit more about that.
Very convenient. We'll definitely get more info on that. But to kick off the show, we do have a video from our correspondent Devin to show us how to get around town.
So this is Chris here with Poly Live, and today we're going to be talking about some different ways to get around town here at Cal Poly. So first, and what might be the most obvious method, would be having your own car. Since most of us are college students and that might not necessarily be the case, we're going to talk about some other options that might be available to you. Just make sure you follow all the parking rules. So another option if you don't have a car might be to have a motorcycle. There's plenty of parking around Cal Poly for motorcycles, so make sure you utilize that if you have one. Another option might be to have a bicycle. If you look around, you'll probably see many bike racks. Make sure you lock your bike though properly so that we don't lose any articles that might be important.
If you are riding your bike around town and you decide you need to go somewhere a little bit further, you can go ahead and take that bike with you thanks to the bus system here in San Luis Obispo. The buses run on campus as well as the surrounding areas to places like downtown and the beach. Make sure you check the maps and signs at all of the bus stops so you know when the bus routes are going to be running. There is also a convenient app available for smartphones that can help you when planning your trip. Make sure you remember to bring your Poly card with you if you're going to be riding the buses, because bus fares on slow transit buses are free for all Cal Poly students with a valid ID.
So another option that's available to Cal Poly students is to rent zip cars. These cars are available on campus and rent for a low fee of $8 per hour and offer you great flexibility. If you ever happen to injure yourself here at your time at Cal Poly, make sure you contact our Disability Resource Center, as they have some great shuttles that'll help you getting to and from some of your classes. And once you're feeling better, just remember, with the right mindset, anything is within walking distance. Thanks for stopping by here at Poly Live, and we hope to see you again soon.
All right, welcome back everyone. I hope you guys know a little bit more about how you can get around campus and off campus, but if you don't, we have Cal Poly's Commuter Services here with us. This is Cindy Campbell. She's the Associate Director for UPD. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Thank you for asking me.
Okay, so the big question, I don't have a car and I need to go home for break. What are my options?
Well, you're not alone. There's especially our students that live on campus, our on-campus residents, a lot of them don't have cars and they feel stuck. Well, they're really not. As you've said and as the video showed, you can get around by the bus and ride with friends. But if you're specifically trying to get home, say for Thanksgiving or for winter break, there's a lot of different options. Housing has a great website where they've got transportation information options, so definitely visit that, especially if you're living on campus. But I brought a few of the options, the really popular ones that the students really like to use. The most popular, and traditionally has been most popular with the students, is the Amtrak bus and the Amtrak train. It's a great service, and a lot of the routes and that they run even pick up here on campus, which is really convenient for students. If you're, say, flying home, there's shuttles and things that you can take to airports, and we can talk some more about that, but as far as Amtrak goes, there is a link from the housing website. You can go right to Amtrak, figure out what the routes are and times and costs, and even sign up and book your trip. That's a great one. There's also something that isn't run out of our office, but it's really popular with students. There's a Facebook page called Cal Poly SLO Carpool. A lot of ride matching goes on there. So if you are going Northern California or Southern California and you want to try to catch a ride, it's a great place to look. We also have a web page. You can go to our web page and look at that as well.
With all the students on campus, there's probably people going north and south every weekend. It's easy to meet up with somebody.
It's easy to meet up with somebody. If you don't know somebody in your residence hall or your apartment complex, again, that
meet
Facebook
new friends.
page. Oh yeah,
Why not?
really, exactly. But the Facebook page has been really helpful to get people matched up to go specifically where they want to go. And again, don't forget about the Amtrak bus and the train.
So say I'm flying home for Thanksgiving or
Yeah.
Christmas, what are my options on getting to the San Luis airport?
If you don't have a car,
If you don't have a
or
car.
you don't want to pay for parking because it's
Right.
expensive out at the airport. Well, there's a few different options. There's taxi service in San Luis Obispo, and there's also van shuttle service.
Oh,
Again, that housing, the university housing webpage has those connections for you. You can click on that and see what your options are as far as who to call and the phone numbers specifically if you want to book a ride, if a friend can't give you a ride out there.
Okay, Chris from the audience wants to know, what's the difference between slow transit and RTA?
It's a great question. Slow transit goes strictly around the city of San Luis Obispo. So everywhere in the city limits, you see slow transit. RTA, or Regional Transit Authority, has some pickups and drop-offs also within the city, but then they go out. They'll go to Santa Maria and the beach areas and up to Morro Bay or up the coast or up to North County, say Paso Robles or the wine region up there.
Okay, perfect. So say that we live here in Muir Hall and we want to catch a ride home with a friend over quarter break. Are we allowed to leave our cars here on campus if we have one? And if so, where should we leave it?
You bet. You have a parking permit, and it's absolutely okay to leave your vehicle here and ride home with somebody else over quarter break. People are confused sometimes about where they leave it. Leave it right where you've got it legally parked. If you're up in the R1 parking lot as a resident, it's fine, leave it there, or out in the R2 lot. Or let's say you're out in Poly Canyon Village, it's fine to leave it there. The lights stay on in those lots, and our police officers will be
it's still
patrolling. It's as safe as it is during the quarter, but we're watching those lots specifically over quarter break to hope everything goes safely with your vehicles.
Good to know.
And do the restrictions on the lots change at all over breaks when we're not in the academic period?
About where you can park over the breaks?
Yeah, about like the times and such, because I know there's specific times for the different permits, and I know
You're
they
right.
usually change on weekends and breaks.
So weekends and breaks at 5 o'clock, they stop doing enforcement for permits. It's sometimes people think that we just stop doing any kind of enforcement, but unfortunately it's just for permits. So they still watch red zones and disabled and limited time and yellow zones. But you're really okay after 5 o'clock if you're in a staff that isn't marked 24/7 or till 10 o'clock, or you're in general or you're in residence. You're really okay after 5 o'clock, especially over the quarter break.
Viewer Slow Transit, my homeboy, asks, I haven't figured out how to get to the beach other than jumping in my friend's car. Can you kind of attest to that?
Well, honestly, riding with your friends is a great idea, but
Yeah.
there is also through RTA, and you talked about that earlier, there are routes that will get you specifically to the
You
beach.
just have to plan it a little bit.
You have to plan it, but if you're never sure, you can either visit our website, go to the University Police website, and then click on the link for Commuter Services, Commuter and Access Services, and we have links there that will help you find the routes that you want. Or stop by University Police, and we'll give you a printed copy of either an RTA schedule or slow transit. We'll get you there.
And we also have a really good zip car program, don't we?
Zipcar is wonderful. So let's say you didn't bring a car of your own, but you need to have a car. You need to run some specific errands, or you've got a doctor's appointment and you want to get it on and off fast. You sign up to the Zipcar program, and it's a share car program. It's really cool. With Zipcar, there's a $25 sign-up fee, and with that sign-up fee, you get $45 worth of driving credit. So it's a great investment. But basically, you get online, you reserve the car, you go and you pick it up. We have some centrally located cars on campus. You'll get the car, you bring it back to that same location, and you're done. The gas is paid for, the parking's paid for on campus.
Very easy.
And you don't have to worry about it. It's a great program.
That's awesome.
And we have another scenario for you.
Okay.
So say I didn't bring a car this first fall quarter, but I do plan on bringing one back for me winter quarter. Can I still get a permit for it then? And where will I be able to park? And how much will it cost?
Lots of questions. Lots of questions, but they're
Quarter
all
by
good.
quarter.
Quarter by quarter. First of all, the good news is if you decided you wanted to have a car, you didn't have one during the first quarter, but you want to have one the rest of the year or even just next quarter, you're fine. Bring your car back. You can buy a permit. In fact, permits go on sale online. You can do this over break and have it purchased before you ever get back and print out a temporary permit to use. December 16th, they go on sale online, so you can
Ahead
do
of
that.
time.
Ahead of time, absolutely. It's for convenience. And so yes, where you park depends on where you live. If you live off campus, you can only park in general lots and spaces, and you can only buy general permits. But as a resident, you are okay to park in the resident lot assigned to your hall and your housing area, and you can only buy residential permits. But you'll see that online too when you get online.
Perfect. And then for the holidays or when they come back from break, is it different where you can park? And like I know during fall they blocked off a lot of zones for parking specifically, but they don't do that after fall, right?
Well, like when families come here to move their student in, and if you were here during fall move-in, it's pretty busy, pretty
It's
impactful.
crazy.
It's different when you either are coming to pick up your student to go home for the break, or you're returning your student to drop them off. We don't have those closed roads. That curbside parking isn't here, so you need to park in the lots or the structure to unload your student, park in a legal parking space, and unload them that way. But you're also going to find that it's nowhere near as busy as it was when you
More
arrived
spread
for
out.
fall. Yeah, there should be parking available for you, but do park legally so that the parking attendants don't have to visit you. Okay.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Cindy. A lot of good information, and there's definitely a lot on the website for Commuter Services, so do check that out. Now we have a video from our own PolyLive cast and crew about some hidden study spots on campus, so you may find somewhere new to work.
Hey everyone, my name is Noni, and my favorite place to study on campus is the conference rooms located on the second floor of the University Union. Everyone realizes that they're there, but they don't understand that any student can check them out if it's not already previously reserved by any faculty or club or organizations. You can check it out for 2 hours at a time, and you can keep renewing it unless it's already previously checked out. I love going there because there's a large conference table with really comfy chairs, and there's a TV that you can hook up to the computer, or there's a whiteboard that you can write on.
A place that I really like to go study at on campus is over on O'Neill Green, because it's a really nice area and you can just go lay down and just get out your books and study. And if you want to take a break, there's a cactus garden over there, so you can go check out the desert flora. And then there's also a rose garden that you can go check that out too. But another little hidden gem that I really like is the pond that's out on O'Neill Green that a lot of people don't know about. There's a couple benches you can sit at and take out your notes or your books or whatever and read in a really relaxing environment. There's really cool koi fish and like a waterfall, and it's just a really cool oasis here at Cal Poly.
Hi everyone, my name's James. I'm one of the multimedia specialists here on PolyLive. And my favorite hidden gem study spot on campus is the Arboretum. The Arboretum is located on Via Carta, just past the sports complex, over by the library. The Arboretum is a great place to study on campus because not many people know about it, hence hidden gem. It's kind of like a garden, and it's pretty secluded on campus. There's a lot of great natural lighting, shady areas. You can hang out under trees, get your studying on. Also, fun fact, there's a little golf putting green in the Arboretum that not many people know about. You can go take a break in between your studying sessions, putt around a bit, get your golf game on. So yeah, definitely check out the Arboretum. It's a great place to study on campus. Yeah.
All right, welcome back. Before we wrap up this episode, we're going to do a drawing from the live audience for a special prize. Wow, there's so many in here.
Oh, I get to do the honors. All right. Lindsay. Oh, way to go. Come on up. A loyal fan.
Thank you.
All right. What'd you
I will
get?
open it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Take that to
yes.
Starbucks.
If you don't want it, I'll be here.
All right. Well, congratulations, Lindsay. Again, to summarize up our episode, we heard from Cindy Campbell from Cal Poly Commuter Services about all the different ways that students can get from campus to downtown or areas throughout SLO County. So definitely go ahead and check out their website for all of that information, and we can get you out adventuring.
Make sure to check up on our Facebook page and make sure to like it just to get some more updates. And apparently they've been posting pictures of our beautiful faces,
Yes.
so I know you want that.
And go ahead and send us some questions at orientation@calpoly.edu, and you can keep taking the polls at the bottom of your screen.
Our next episode will be December 2nd, so make sure to come tune back in.
And that will be at Yosemite Hall. So we look forward to seeing you there.
Bye.
Bye.